quarterback Deshaun Watson will go to. The Carolina Panthers have released Kawan Short and Trey Boston, and there's lots of rumors, they could cut those players to save some money and have enough money to trade for Deshaun Watson. I personally do not believe that's the case. I don't think the Panthers would trade for Deshaun Watson. I think the Panthers, the reason they're cutting some of those players is because they're old and they have high contracts and they're not what they used to be. And they can use that money to re-sign, top offensive tackle Taylor Martin in free agency. He's one of the top offensive tackles in free agency, and I think that's regardless who the quarterback is, the Panthers, I think them re-signing them, Taylor Martin is a big part of their free agency plans to protect whoever the quarterback will be. But to me, I've said a couple episodes, I think Deshaun Watson with the Washington football team would be a really, really good fit, and I really do think it would be. I think there would be immediate Super Bowl contenders. I think that would be, absolutely outstanding. You have a young defense. You have a good offense, really, really underrated offense, and you have a top 5 quarterback in Deshaun Watson. But, after thinking about it, looking up, some different teams, the perfect fit to me for Deshaun Watson is obvious. Easily the Denver Broncos. And I know if you've listened to my episodes before, and if you're one of the first listeners of my, podcast, I was really, really high on the Broncos going in this past season. I had them going to the playoffs. I had them winning, I believe it was 10 or 11 games. I had Drew Lock winning MVP. I know it sounds, at this point, it's just laughable. But I really thought Drew Lock was going to be good. He was injured some, and when he was even healthy, he wasn't really good. Denver had some injuries. Courtland Sutton was hurt. Von Miller was hurt. They have an amazing young talent, on that team. They have Drew Lock. He's still a question mark, honestly. Melvin Gordon, they did have Philip Lindsay, but he's a free agent. Now, Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Tyree Cleveland, Noah Fant, Albert O, Dalton Reisner, Glasgow, their offensive linemen. Justin Simmons, I believe he's a free agent, but they're probably going to re-sign him, one of the best safeties in the league. Von Miller, he's getting up there in age, but he's still pretty good. Bradley Chubb. To me, the only big issue for the Broncos is corner, but they could address that in free agency if they have to, or even a draft. But Deshaun Watson to the Broncos makes just so much sense, because think of it this way. Like I said, the Panthers, there's talks about they can maybe trade for Deshaun Watson. Whoever trades for Deshaun Watson is 100% going to be trading their starting quarterback to the Houston Texans. Why would the Texans want Teddy Bridgewater in the first place? Because 1, he has 1 year on his contract. 2, he's not really good. And 3, he's making like $20 million on the final year of his contract to be an average starter. At the absolute best, about an average starter. To me, if you're the Texans, you want somebody who's on a rookie contract. Drew Lock's on a rookie contract. You also want to fill some other holes on your defense. You just released J.J. Watt. Bradley Chubb's on a rookie contract. He's going into his 4th year with the Denver Broncos, and next year it's his 5th year option. So that's 2 really, really young players who are both on rookie contracts, who at this point in their careers are on cheap deals, who can contribute a lot to the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Obviously they're going to give up multiple first-round picks. Let's say they give up 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick. You would give up 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, starting quarterback on Drew Lock, who's on a rookie contract, and Bradley Chubb, who's really, really good, really nice defensive edge rusher who replace, J.J. Watt, who he's on a rookie contract as well. You're saving money, and you're getting a ton of draft assets for the future of your team. I would really, really like that trade. I think that benefits both teams. And I think, Watson to the Broncos, I think that would be a great fit. And Deshaun Watson gets traded to the Denver Broncos, they are 100% Super Bowl contenders immediately. They are the second best team in the AFC. I don't even know if it's that far-fetched to say they're, right up there with the Chiefs. I know it sounds crazy. But Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's the second I would say second best quarterback in the AFC behind Patrick Mahomes. Like I said, I mean, they have so many weapons. Melvin Gordon, Judy, Sutton, Hamler, Tyree Cleveland, all those guys, pretty much all of them for the most part, are on rookie contracts, except for Melvin Gordon. That's just absolutely insane to have so many young players on rookie contracts. And then you add a top quarterback in Deshaun Watson. That is going to be like absolutely insane. I really feel like the perfect team for Deshaun Watson is the Denver Broncos. Nobody else, in my opinion, really looking at it, is even really close, because I know I said, Washington makes sense, but Washington doesn't have that quarterback to trade to Houston to replace Watson. Like I said, whoever gets Deshaun Watson, they are 100% trading their starting quarterback away. And since Drew Lock is on a rookie contract, I think that makes a lot of sense. And, with J.J. Watt, being released, Bradley Chubb also makes a lot of sense too, because he's on a rookie contract. I will absolutely love to see Deshaun Watson go to the Denver Broncos. I think it would benefit both teams.